morning. How are you guys this morning? How's it going? It's Friday freedom time. It's Judy here from the Tribe of Traders. How are you doing this morning? How was your week? And heading into a weekend and 2 weeks done now? Just looking at my calendar. 2 weeks into the second half of the year. How's it been going so far? I have to say the market's been somewhat flat this week, hasn't it? And then this FOMC thing on Wednesday did put a few people out as well, where they released the notes in advance. That was a bit of a curveball for some people, but be that as it may, it was there's just one instance out of many opportunities that happen in trading. So here we are coming into a weekend, and obviously you're going to be analyzing your results and going back over the week. And I've just done now a webinar for the trading club in the Tribe of Traders, and looking at the analysis for June. So we have two strategies, Pogo and Bugsy, and looking at what the market opportunities for those two strategies were, and looking at how we could optimize trading them going forward. And that's, when you go back and you review and you look at what has happened and how it happened and what your response to what happened was, and how what your relationship was with the trading and the trades that you took and stuff like that, it's very powerful, very important. And that's where you start picking up patterns of behavior that are supportive and not supportive in your trading. So it is something that I am painfully diligent at. I don't know if that actually they go together, but anyway, that's very important to me. And it's something that I talk about a lot in the Tribe of Traders, is reviewing and tweaking all the time. But I also know that it's not something that people like to do. It's like, oh God, it's like for several reasons, people don't like to do it. And that's what I want to talk about today. Freedom Friday. It's about, and when we talk about freedom, what does freedom mean to us? Like for me, freedom is the freedom to do what I like when I like it. Okay, so there's so much to do in life. Oh my gosh, there's just so much, and just so many places to go, so many places to so many experiences to have, and so much to do, so much to achieve in life. I've got a couple of businesses, and I've got more I want to get into, and all this sort of stuff. But that's being able to do that is freedom, isn't it? And what gives you that is financial freedom. That's what gives you. So that's why Friday freedom is a thing for me. It's a good opportunity to reflect and see what it is that I'm doing or not doing to ensure that I'm taking my life towards that point. So every single moment of every single day. That's why, again, the guys in the Tribe of Traders, they know that I talk about making sure that you focus your day on high priority actions, because if you don't, your day and life will be filled with low priority shite, essentially. Can I say that? I don't know, but I am. It will be like, before you know it, a year's gone by. What have you achieved? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years have gone by. What have you achieved? So unless you're consciously filling your day with high priority actions, low priority garbage your life gets filled with low priority garbage that occupies so much time and space in your mind that is not taking you forward. So that's why it's very important, again, even with trading, it's very important. But that's why I say trading is the gift that keeps on giving, because whatever you're doing in your trading is being replicated, is mirroring your life. Okay, it's mirroring your life. That's why the instantaneous feedback of trading is brilliant, because it gives you massive clues as to what's going on in your life. So where was I going? So I had an epiphany yesterday, and this is the point of what I want to get to, and it relates to everything I've just been speaking about. I had an epiphany yesterday at gym with my trainer. I love him to bits. His name is Luca. He's an awesome guy. And I try and go to the gym every day. I hate going to the gym. I hate it. Oh my God, I hate it. Not because I don't like being fit, not because I don't like the endorphins and all that. I absolutely love that. In fact, my background is I was a sporting fanatic. I was fanatical about sport and by default fitness. All right, but it wasn't for being fit. It was for the excitement and the of sport. And I was extremely competitive, so I would compete at water skiing, paragliding, motorbike racing, swimming, scuba diving, running, even you name it, I would compete. Okay, and some I got national level at, and some international level on. So so all my sports was about competitive. And what I realized was, so I always assumed that, yeah, gym and fitness is always important to me. But then what I've realized over the recent years, it's not important to me. It was the competitive side of it, or the excitement, or the activity that was important to me, not from the perspective of fitness or staying trim and that sort of stuff. So, and I'm an all or nothing person. So I get my teeth into something and I dig into it and I focus on it and I, go hell for leather after it. To the point of an exclusion of other things. It's not necessarily an ideal trait, because I tend to battle with balance. But anyway, be that as it may. And then more recently, I got into some work projects that excite me way more than the sporting things that I used to do. Okay, they excite me so much more. That's now, my various business projects are my new sport, so to speak. So what happened was, I didn't continue exercising. I wasn't continuing to stay fit and stuff. So I've got more and more unfit over the past few years. Okay, so I'm being really honest with you here. But it was an epiphany, and I need to share this story with you in order to for me to explain what I mean by link what you do not love to what you love, to powerfully transform your trading and life. That's what this is about. So I need to just bear with me with the story, okay? Because it will make sense. So so obviously, with my whole life now being around business and focus on the projects I was engaged with, that were really exciting, and being the all or nothing type person, I throw myself into it and immerse myself totally into it. Obviously, sort of like the whole fitness side of things got sort of like pushed to the side, and I didn't continue with exercise and stuff like that, because the only ever time I ever went to gym historically was in order to support my sport. So if I was a national swimmer, I've got competitions coming up, I would be in the gym training. If I was water skiing, whatever, you're going to be building up muscles and all this sort of stuff. So gym to me was a way to prepare myself for competition, or for my sport, to get to the top of my sport, right? So I didn't continue it. And obviously, as you get older, you realize, hold on a second, that's not going to work. I can't not stay fit. I can't not have a level of fitness, because your body atrophies, and it's not healthy, it's not wise. And so on. And also, you need, in order to be productive in what you do, you need the endorphins, you need the sort of the good hormones that flow through your body through exercise, in order to get to relieve stress, to elevate your inspiration and your energy levels and all that stuff. So I now go to gym, and I try and go to gym every day. I friggin' hate it, because to me, I see it as getting in the way of my work. Okay, because it's an hour and 45 minutes out of my day, and my day starts real early and it finishes real late. Okay, for my work. As an hour and 45 minutes out of my day, I begrudge it. I really begrudge it, and it's like. And then yesterday, I had an incredible epiphany at, I don't know, doing lat pull downs or whatever it was I was doing yesterday. I thought, shit, I should look at it differently. My work is my sport now, and I need exercise to support my sport. I need exercise to support my sport. My sport happens to be my work. So I need exercise to support that. I can't be as efficient in my work if I'm not inspired, if I do not get the endorphins going through my body, if I do not get the stress released out of my body, if I do not stay fit to have a higher level of energy. Because trust me, with the couple of businesses I've got going, I need a lot of energy, right? So, and so in actual fact, I've actually been trying to separate the inseparable. Actually, I say this quite a lot. I try to separate the inseparable. My going to gym is as important to me, to my work, to my business, as it was for me training at world championships scuba diving, or swimming, national championship swimmings, or competing in water skiing, or whatever it is. It is as important. That was the epiphany, that there I was doing something that I don't like, I don't love, I felt begrudged about it, and yet is the thing that's going to support what I do love. Does that make sense? So give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to you. If you can understand the power of that epiphany. You can agree that I would be a lot better in my work when I'm stress-free, when I'm inspired, when I'm got more energy, and it gives me a break from my day, because my days are very long and stuff. So it's a very important part of life, right? Apart from health, you forget about even just health, just in terms of how it impacts your work. For me, how it would impact my work. So my question to you is, here's everybody now. Hi, guys. Hello, Phil. Hello, Stu, Grace, Liz. Hi, Cheryl, Melina. How's it going? Hello. Hello, Grace. Again. Some of you guys missed the webinar this morning. So can you see, that's what the epiphany was, specifically around trading and traders, is that so many guys, so many traders, they will not do reviews, will not review their trades, will not do their trade plan, will not trade according to their trade plan. They hate it. They just want to focus on the act of trading. Or another example, and this is so important, so many traders will not focus on the mindset side of it. They want to avoid it and just want to focus on trading. You can't do that. It's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. So what you need to do, so if you don't love doing the mindset work, if you don't love doing the trade plan work, if you don't love getting trade ready in order to trade, whatever it is that you don't love, that is important to your work, or to whatever it is that's important to you. So let's say, for example, you hate doing trade plans or trading according to rules, as an example, but you really love, what trading can do for your life, or what it can do in support of your vision, and so on. But you can see how important that would be if you had them co-joined, right? You can see how important that would be. So what I want you to do is start linking how what you don't love is going to support what you love. Okay? That's the important part, what you're going to do, because what you're trying to do there is separate the inseparable. They can't be separate. They're all one. The same as me going exercising every single day is part of the whole. It's part of me going to gym, is part of supporting my business. I can't just keep going. I'm not a friggin' robot. It's like, that's what I expect of myself. It's not possible. I can't go from 5 in the morning till 10, 11 at night every single day without some sort of release. Gym is important, so it's directly impacting the quality of my work. The same, where is it for you? Where is it for you? Where in your life do you find that you really love something, but there's something that you don't love, but you know that it supports and it's required for your actual, it's required to support what you love? Has anyone ever experienced that? Anyone in that situation? And what you need to do then is start linking what you don't love to what you love, when it comes to how it will support what you love. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. I know there's a delay here on Facebook, so let me know if that makes sense. And how are you going to link it? That's the next thing. How do you actually make that link? Now, obviously you can have an epiphany like I had yesterday. That's the one way. Now I will see my gymming differently going forward, but I will actually do another exercise, which is what I'm going to suggest to you as well, is that one of the things I do is I take a piece of paper and I take a pen or a pencil, okay, and I don't type this out. I will write this out, okay. And the reason why I say I don't type it is there's something much more powerful in writing than typing, okay. You lose something with the typing. Typing, you can type in, has an impact, but pen and pencil, or pen, pencil, and paper is the best, okay? And put 2 columns. On the one side, put the thing you don't love. So, for example, for me, it would be gymming, okay? And on the other side of the column, put what you love. For me, it would be Tribe of Traders, for example, all right? So and then I will write down, and I want you to do this. And if you're feeling brave, put down, let me know, what do you not love and what do you love? And that in your heart that what you don't love would support what you would love, all right? So what I want you to do is, so on the left side, you've got what you don't love. On the right side, the right side column, you've got what you do love. I want you to write down 50 ways in which what you don't love supports what you do love. Okay? I want you to do that. It's not an easy exercise. It's not an easy exercise at all. But unless you have the actual epiphany that I had yesterday, and even with that, I'm going to write down 50 ways in which me going to gym every single day with Luca, even though I no offense, I love Luca tons. He's amazing. What he puts up with from me, I don't know. And I will link how that supports my Tribe of Traders project. Okay, so 50 different ways. So, like, for example, if I make a start, I get to release stress. I get to have that walk back every day. The walk back from me from the gym to my office every day, where I walk along the river, hear the seagulls, and I'm checking out Tower Bridge every morning. That is very special. It gets me inspired, gets me into a state of inspiration. When I get back, I feel alive. It gives me an opportunity to remove myself from the noise, almost like from the weed, so to speak, from the doing, remove myself and start seeing things from a different perspective, allowing myself some headspace to look at challenges or blocks I might have. There's just so many ways in which I could list out 50 ways in which going to gym directly impacts to the benefit my business, my work, my projects. Does that make sense? I'm not going to none of those 50 will be, I will be fitter, I will lose weight, I will be healthier. All right, that is a given. We all know that. Okay, that's a given. All right, but I will focus specifically on how going to gym is benefiting and powerfully taking me forward in my business on the Tribe of Traders. Does that make sense, guys? So will you do that work? Because everybody I know has something they don't do in their trading that they would be wise to do because they don't love it. Okay, I have not met many people who don't. And I'm even talking about, I've done some work with institutional traders, hedge fund traders as well, in the States. And they don't do some of the mind work that's necessary. So I had to work with them in understanding the power of mindset work for their trading. So it's not, this issue is not just limited to retail traders, the likes of you and me. It also does spill over into institutional traders as well. And the guys that I've worked with, it's more specifically around not doing the mindset work that's required. So what is it for you that you don't love, that you know in your heart does support, if you were to love it, will support what you do love? Identify that, write them down. Write what you don't love on the left side of the column and what you do love on the right side of the column, and then write down 50 ways in which doing what you don't love supports what you do love. Does everyone understand what I mean by that? Does anyone really got questions on that? That is a powerful exercise. I've done this so often in different ways, and there's so many different ways you can apply this type of exercise, because what that's doing, the reason why I'm asking you to write it down with a pencil and paper, is that what that does is you're needing to use both sides of your brain. It's not just, you're not just being academic about it. By the physical act of writing it out, you're not being academic about it. You're pulling from both sides of your brain. And the act of writing it down, it's like you're acknowledging it, you're accepting it, you're declaring it, I think, is another thing. I mean, they did this a lot, just to go completely segue off completely in a different direction, just to support what I'm actually saying. On a more devious way, this was used quite a lot. This technique actually was used quite a lot during the Second World War in prisoner of war camps, with the Nazi prisoner of war camps, where they would actually get prisoners to write down stuff to support their captors, to denounce their country and support Nazis. That actually there's a whole load of research and documented evidence that sort of behavior took place, coming from the premise that when you write it down, you are declaring it as so. Okay, so it is very powerful. Not the best, not the nicest story for sure on a Friday morning, but I just wanted to say that, in so many different ways, pen or pencil and paper is so powerful when you write it down. So yeah. So Anna, hi. We work to support with money the things we love, but that is only one way. Money, 49 to go. Good one. Good one, Anna. Yeah, you could. There's another one, actually. Here's another one. Anna, you've just given me a great idea. I went to, I did a talk last weekend at an organization where there were quite a few speakers, and it was amazing people, amazing attendees, amazing speakers. But I was alarmed at the number of people that don't like money. It was nothing to do with trading, nothing to do with trading at all. But alarmed at the number of people who don't like trading. Don't like money. I'm alarmed at a number of people who don't like money. In fact, hate money. Were uncomfortable when I spoke about loving money. And I always say money is nothing but the physical manifestation of spirit. That is what money is. It's the physical manifestation of spirit. The extent to which you've got self-worth, you have money. Okay, and it's basically, it's the physical manifestation of that. It's nothing more than that. Money itself is harmless. It's just energy. It's what we as human beings do with it. And if you're a trader and you can't say with your hand on your heart that I love money, without having sort of back talk in your head going on, like, no, money is the root of all evil, or money is it ruins people, or it ruins society, or if I've got lots of money, I'll feel guilty because there's a lot of people without money, and so on and so on. If you can't do that as a trader, you can't put your hand on your heart and say, I love money, and mean it like you love the moon in the sky, like you love the night stars, like you love listening to the waves of the ocean. If you can't say it in that same way as a trader, you're really fighting an uphill battle. You seriously are. So then I would suggest you do this exercise. What you don't love, money. What you do love, what is it? Is it freedom? Is it, what is it? What is what it is you love? Okay, so let's say for me, for example, I do love money, but let's say if I put money on the left side, and what I do love, what really gets me excited is empowering people, and empowering people financially. So I put empowering millions financially. That's what I would put on the right side. So how will money help me empower people around the world? And I would just write, now trust me, I could write probably 2 million ways in which it would benefit. Okay, so if you have any issue with money, if you can't do what I just said about money and you're trading, I suggest you do this exercise. Money on the left side, and what is it that you do love on the right. And if you don't know what you do love, then stop, take stock, and decide on what it is that you do love. Why are you trading? What is your greater purpose? What is your greater vision for trading? And you can't tell me, and this will not work. Don't say because you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to buy nice clothes, you want to buy designer clothes, you want to look like Kardashians or whatever it is, okay? That will not work. That will not sustain you. That's where money is meaningless. But what is your greater vision? Okay. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. What is your greater vision? Your greater vision is not about things. It's not about consumerism. We're more than just that. We are way more than just that. Okay. So why are you trading? What is your vision? And it will be greater than just to buy things. You know, it will be freedom, is to provide security for your children. It will be to, I have some tribe of traders clients who, they want to start an orphanage in Kenya, or, there's a whole bunch. I've got another client who wants to set up self-sustaining cooking, chefing schools in disenfranchised Black communities around the world. There's some amazing, in the tribe of traders, we've got some amazing guys with phenomenal visions of amazing things they want to do. McLean, one of our guys, he's got a phenomenal vision about what he wants to do for disenfranchised communities. Katie, also some incredible visions on what she wants to do. Michael, so Milena as well. So we've got some guys with incredible visions, and money is one of the tools that will help support that vision. So please, I urge you that if you cannot put your hand on your heart and say, I love money, as much as you would say, I love the leaves on the trees, I love the buds in spring, I love the full moon and night, whatever it is, if you can't do that and you're trading, you are on an uphill struggle. So do that exercise, okay? Give me a thumbs up if you'll do that exercise. Link what you don't love to what you do love to powerfully transform your life and your trading. Okay. Cool. Excellent, guys. All right. Any other questions? I just really wanted to share that with you guys as I had that epiphany yesterday. So that's me. I am going to be doing my 50. I'll probably do more than 50. I'll probably do 100. 100 ways in which going to gym, because my work is so important to me. I love what I do. I think you can gauge that. I absolutely love what I do. So I will now be gleefully going to gym in the future. Awesome, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you for Monday mantras. Okay. Take care. Have a lovely weekend, and thank you for joining us this morning. Take care. Bye.